Good morning dear students. Today in this video we are going to read your lesson number 13, Little Old Mrs. Pepperpot. Warm up. What if you suddenly shrunk and become a tiny pot? How would life be? There was once an old woman who went to bed at night as old women usually do. But on this particular morning she found herself shrunk to the size of a paper pot. The odd thing was her name really was Mrs. Pepperpot. Well, as I am now the size of a paper pot, I shall have to make the best of it, she said to herself, for she had no one else to talk to. Her husband was out in the field, and all her children were grown up and gone away. Now she happened to have a great deal to do that day. First of all, she had to clean the house. Then there was all the washing which was lying in soak and waiting to be done. And lastly, she had to make pancakes for supper. I must get out of bed somehow, she thought, and take holding of a corner of the blanket. She started rolling herself up in it. She rolled and rolled until she fell softly on the floor. Mrs. Pepperpot crawled out, and she hadn't hurt herself a bit. The first job was to clean the house. She just sat down in front of a mouse hole and squeaked till the mouse came out. Clean the house from top to bottom, she said, or I'll tell the cat about you. So the mouse cleaned the house from top to bottom. Mrs. Pepperpot called the cat. Puss, puss, lick out all the plates and dishes, or I'll tell the dog about you. And the cat licked all the plates and dishes clean. Then the old woman called the dog. Listen, dog, you make the bed or open the window, and I'll give you a bone as a reward. So the dog did as he was told. When he had finished, he sat down on the front doorstep and waved his tail so hard that the step began to shine like a mirror. You'll have to get the bone yourself, said Mrs. Pepperpot. I haven't time to wait on people. She pointed to the window sill where a large bone lay. After this, she wanted to start her washing. She had put it to soak in the brook. Soak means to lie in water or some liquid, and brook means a natural stream of fish water. But the brook was almost dry. So she sat down and started muttering. Muttering means to utter in a low tone. I have lived a long time, but in all my born days, I never saw the brook so dry. If we don't have showers soon, I expect everyone will die of thirst. Over and over again, she said it, all the time looking up at the sky. At last, the rain cloud in the sky got so angry that it decided to drown. Drown means to die under water. The old woman altogether, but she crawled under a large flower, where she stayed snug. Snug means warmly, comfortable or cozy. While the rain poured down and rinsed her clothes clean in the brook. Now the old woman started muttering again. I have lived a long time, but in all my born days, I have never known such a fable. Fable means physically weak, south wind, as we have had lately. I'm sure if the south wind started blowing this minute, it couldn't lift me off the ground, even though I am no bigger than a paper pot. The south wind heard this and instantly came tearing along, but Mrs. Pepperpot, hid in an empty bed, said, and from there she watched the south wind blow all the cloths right up onto her clothesline. Again she started muttering, I have lived a long time, but in all my born days, I have never seen the sun give so little heat in the middle of the summer. It seems to have lost all its power, that's a fact. When the sun heard this, it turned scarlet. Scarlet means a brighted color with rage, and sent down fury. Fury means instantly hot. Race to give the old woman a sunstroke. Sunstroke means a sudden and sometimes fatal effect due to exposure to the sun rays. But by this time, she was safely back in her house and was sailing about the sink in a saucer. Meanwhile, the furious means violent passion, sun dried all the clothes on the line. Now for cooking the supper, said Mrs. Peepopot. My husband will be back in an hour, and my hook or by crook pancake must be ready on the table. She had mixed the dough for the pancakes in a bowl the day before. Now she sat down beside the bowl and said, I have always been fond of you, Bowl, and I have told all the neighbors that there's not a bowl like you anywhere. I'm sure if you really wanted to, you could walk straight over to the cooking stove and turn it on. And the bowl went straight over to the stove and turned it on. Then Mrs. Peepopot said, I'll never forget the day I bought my frying pan. There were lots of pans in the shop, but I said, if I can't have the pan hanging right over the shop assistant's head, I won't buy any pan at all, for that is the best pan in the whole world. And I'm sure if I were ever in trouble, that pan could jump onto the stove by itself. And there and then the frying pan jumped onto the stove. And when it was not hot enough, the bowl titled itself to let the dough run onto the pan. Then the old woman said, I once read a fairy tale about a pancake which could roll along the road. It was the stupidest story that ever I read, but I am sure the pancake on the pan could easily turn a somersault. Somersault means an acrobatic movement in the air if it really wanted to. At this the pancake took a great leap from sheer pride and turned a somersault as Mrs. Peepopot had said. Not only one pancake, but all the pancakes did this, and the bowl went on tilting and the pan went on frying until before the hour was up there were 30 pancakes on the dish. Then Mr. Peepopot came home, and just as he opened the door, Mrs. Peepopot turned back to her usual size. So they sat down and ate their supper. And the old woman said nothing about having been as small as Peepopot, because old women don't usually talk about such things. So dear students, we are going to continue this video with lesson number 13, main course book, Our Tree. Let's read these sentences. The kitten sat under the bed. There is a narrow bridge across the river. My dad sent a watch for me. So as you can see, the underlined words under, across and for. The underlined words in these sentences are called prepositions. They show the relation of the object to the other noun or pronoun in these sentences. Some of the prepositions used in the poem are out, by, before, outside, across, down and up. Write the correct prepositions in the given sentences. Now you have to write the correct preposition in the sentence. Abha is very fond of coffee. The old man rested beneath the tree. We sleep during the night. The police caught the thief by the neck. We travel by train. Now see fun with vocabulary, think and ponder. It takes so long. Stanza first. Long branches. Stanza second. Long in a stanza first refer to the passage of time and long in a stanza second refer to the length. As you can see, stanza first and stanza second. In both long is given to you, but it means different. In first stanza, it shows to the passage of time and in second one, it shows to the length. Now what are such words called? Discuss with the teacher and give 4 such similar sounding words with different meaning. Now you have to write the word that are different in meaning but sound same. B-E-A-R, bear, B-A-R-E, bear. N-O, no, K-N-O-W, no. W-O-O-D, wood, W-O-U-L-D, wood. T-A-L-E, tail, T-A-I-L, tail.